Five, four, three, two, one. You're live with Neve.
All right. What's happening out there, peoples? You are live with me, indeed. It is bright and early. I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We've got all kinds of news. And look at this shit. I've got green hair today, apparently. Something is going on with the green screen. Probably what's happening is the image on the green screen is passing, making my hair green for whatever reason. But hey, people pay good money to see that stuff sometimes. So let's see. We've got this morning. We have two really good guests on. I have Eric Summer and I have Ryan Gregg, and they're both fantastic musicians and original artists. And on top of it, they're cool guys. I mean, how much better does it get than that? Good morning. Hey, Rick, how are you? Nice to see you. Everybody, I tell you, it's going to be a great weekend. It's gray and cloudy, but I am heading over across the state over to see the one and only my friend Rick Davis. We're going to be going to see the one and amazing Al Di Meola. We'll be ripping it up. My main man, Goombi Ortiz, playing percussion for him. Fans of the show have seen him on here many times, and you'll probably see him tonight. Maybe you might see a clip from backstage. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll see a clip from, I don't know, something we did in the past. But no, you're not. You're gonna actually. I'm gonna try and get you a little footage of the show, and it's gonna be great fun. And you never know. I've just to give you some background. I've known Goombi Ortiz for about as long as he's played. For hey, Deborah, how are you? Greetings to the Southland of Australia. Very cool. So yes, I've met Goombi before he played, or I had seen him. We weren't friends yet. Think back, and he was playing with a band in Tampa, Ted Johnson, I believe, or might have been the Cutro. I can't remember. It's two brothers. Anyhow, it's been a long time, 20 something years. Any rate, he gets a call from Al. He wants him to go play with him. I'm pretty sure Goombi was like, what do you mean? He basically didn't believe it was him, long and short of it. But the rest is history. He took the call, and 2 days later, he was playing in Switzerland in Montreux. Talk about a crash rehearsal. Can you imagine that? Think about Al Di Meola's music back at that time period. It was certainly tremendous. Unfortunately, I can't play them because I don't have any I have permission to use. But let's just get down to it is the first set, and so I like to cover all the news that's either fit or not fit. Let me see. We've got the American men seeking American dream in Russia. And actually, that's some shit news. They do over there. They're really dumb. They've obviously never eaten a hot dog in Poland or the Soviet Union when they had taken over. It was awful. Same in Germany, East Germany. I mean, how do you screw up a hot dog? It's already full of all kind of evil shit. So here's some good news. We have Friday Night Lights. The aurora is going to glow over the whole North USA. They're saying people as far as south as the Carolinas on the East Coast, so that's kind of cool. Um, let's see if we have any other really good news instead. Inside bunker with Ukrainian vampire drone squad. I'll have to pass. We've got welcome to the AI dystopia no one asked for. Was that true or what? You know, um, I don't know. So we have some other stuff. Does Cuba own a Key West landmark? Arab Castro victims seek sale of historic center. Well, I'll tell you what. If that works out, I want them to get my old friend Meyer Lansky's hotels back to his grandson in Tampa. We could set up all kind of precedent for this. They stole Meyer's hotel, and I think our buddy in Tampa should definitely be, they should be definitely, told to screw. What can I tell you? Banker's death at 35 ignites a firestorm over the 100-hour work week. So what? You're a band, you might work more than that in freaking half a week, depending on what you're doing. You might be driving somewhere, have 2 days to get there, and then no sleep, and then have to play after a gruesome sound check through a house PA. Oh, Lord. So, in other news, some people will find happy. I'm trying my most to stay out of the Trump Biden horror show, this dreamscape of, as Carlin would have put it, they own us. Just figure it out. You own nothing. You don't even own your balls anymore. They'll probably have you sign a, you're going to go give your body to science. I'm just going to tell them they can have my balls and that's it. Nah, I don't know. I'm hoping to have those bronzed for my son or something. It sounds great. It's like a Donald Trump, one of his commemorative dollar coins. I love the Donald, but man, some of the shit they sell is amazingly insane, like Bibles and those Nike shoes. I love the guy, but man, who comes up with this shit? What do we got? Fatalism sets in from Peggy Noonan. You think, Peggy? That's not really great news. We have an art full of markets. It's full of cracks, they're saying. An art market full of cracks. We're about to face the $1 billion test, peeps. Now, that's kind of an interesting story to me. I like art, and I like good art. I like to buy it from people I meet at art galleries or gigs or just festivals when you're playing. You meet all kinds of people, and they're always great. Um, I say buy art from artists because you like it, not because you give a shit about making billions. I look at art as the ultimate anti-corporate thing in the world you can do, especially now in music. You can do whatever you want. Somebody will buy it, but you won't have to pass some moral arbiter. Remember, people, the whole record industry, and I'll talk a little bit about this with my guest Eric, um, and we'll discuss the whole record industry because he is also a touring musician and he's worked in the record business. He's a great guy, and we're going to be talking about. He's also bringing on a pedal, or not a pedal steel. God Almighty, he has a great guitar that a friend of ours built for him, and I think you'll find it very cool. So let's see. I'm going through the news. Generation Z has lost the ability to manage basic adulthood. That is not a good story. Kids, you're forgetting how to rebel. Rebelling doesn't mean taking dad's credit card. It means and going off to protest at some gig, college somewhere, whatever you're protesting about. It means just saying fuck it, go and find your own job, find your place in the world, get a room for yourself, whatever you got to do. You want to move to LA, go rent a room somewhere. Do it the way everybody else has had to do it for their life. All this crap about we should pay for your college, bullshit. I had student loans till I was like 50 years old. So get over it, you young pups. If you want to be counterculture, be counterculture. Embrace the weird, the strange, the homeless, the people who do shit that's different than anybody else because they are different than anybody else. So you got to support live, local based music and art. If you're not doing that, you just look, anybody can go see the Stones, right? Well, I don't know about you, but I can't. I'm not paying $1,000 fucking ticket up in the nosebleed. And I know everybody's out there. Oh, it's their last tour, man. They've been pulling that shit since 1982. The last time I saw them in Orlando was their final tour. So it's like the Who. How many final fucking tours can you have? It's like when the Head Shop here in Highlands, they opened up a year ago, and 6 months into it, they had a sign up going out of business sale. It's like, okay, what can I tell you? They're not going out of business. It's the only way they get people to come in the door of the place. So, is higher education worth the cost? Really, what it comes down to, yes and no. It's worth the cost if you take a hard science, like you take a math or an engineering or medicine or accounting. If you're going to take a class in biology, say, and your goal is to become a biologist, great. That's a worthy cause. Your higher education opportunities could afford you some career in academia or in a number of places. But if you're just going to go and get elementary basket weaving, I'd say really do the cool thing. Tell your parents to suck it. Move to LA, grow your hair long, save and scrap, get a little place somewhere, start it up, and do it. If you're in a band or you think you write songs good, get a guitar, go down in the basement, crank it up, and blow some fucking smoke. Show us what you got, peeps. Telling you, man, here we're on the Live with Neve show. We have had some interesting acts. We've had a guy who could swallow a fluorescent sword. Now, I just have to ask you, why would you want to swallow a fluorescent, dig this fluorescent and lit up? And when he had that thing stuffed down his throat, I got to tell you, man, looking in his eye, he looked crazier than a rat in a coffee can. I mean to tell you. There says that there is a happiness gap between left and right. Let's see, what are they saying? It says conservatives are happier. Those on the right are less be angered or upset by social and economic inequalities. Well, they've got all the money, of course they are. They can't, if they're insulated, they're insulated. But see how that works for all the people. Think about during COVID, we all had to, hit the skids basically. Um, so the left says there's so many things to be miserable about. For you on the left, if that's what you feel, and I get it, I have lots of things I hate. I hate things that the Republicans and Democrats or Libercats or whatever they call them. I hate them all. They just go to hell, man. Do your job, keep us out of wars, and make us rich. And get me a free phone too. I want one of those free cell phones, but I want the I want the I want the like the Beyonce model, maybe in gold, like her toilet seat. I want something and I want it on your dime. How's that sound? Hi, Neil. Hey, Susan, what's happening? And good morning to you. We have two great guests on, and I'm about to go to a break and bring on my first guest. And then I've got Ryan Gregg standing in the wings for later. But I'm going to bring on one of my favorite people. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit after I make some money here. And guys, people, if you're out there, support not only artists and things, support radio stations, okay? This is NPR or Neve Public Radio. We work for our dollars. We do not get funding from the government. We're not beholden to say anything they want us to say. In fact, I say things they don't want me to say at times. It's kind of tough shit. You get what you pay for. And at any rate, please hit our PayPal tab thing. Subscribe for $2 a month for all this fun. And check out Nancy Kravis Photography, because if you are ugly as sin, she can make you beautiful. She's better than Jesus. She heals the lepers and takes perfectly clean pictures of them. If you're out there, I know this is a big order for you, but come on, you got to do it, Nance.
They sentenced me to 20 years of boredom for trying to change the system from within. I'm coming now, I'm coming to reward them.
All right, all right. So, people, we've got a great guy in the house tonight. The one, the only, the amazing, the talented, the just extraordinary.
Hey
And who
man,
is it? It's Eric Summer. What's happening?
you're happening, dude.
I am. You got a great happening club that's now defunct that everybody should have thrown up in the toilet at least once there.
Oh man, my friend Ron Moore, who I've known for yeah centuries, used to live at 207 East 13th, right around the corner. So
Mhm.
we were always in there. We knew Hilly, we knew that whole crowd. Saw
Wow.
television, saw the Talking Heads, and then when the Atomics formed, that was one of our first shows
Wow.
there. And then we played the Rhode Island School of Design a bunch of times with the Talking Heads because that's where they were all
Nice.
from.
Oh, no kidding. That kind of explains a lot.
It does. That's where they got it together.
Wow, very cool.
So
Well, as usual, you've got a great history because you've been living it your whole life. You're one of those people I described who you just said, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're doing it.
well, Yeah.
with a lot of stops in between them. I know, I'm sure, because we all have music career is an interesting thing.
Well, it's you know, uh, what did Steve Jobs say? You got to do what you love.
Yeah,
It's the only thing. Hey, is that Nancy Kravitz? Holy
that's
shit,
Travis.
Nancy, baby, I love you. My only thing is, Nance. Yeah, exactly. Hugs and hugs. When uh, Dr. Neil was just showing all your photographs, where are the ones you took of me? Oh my God, that hurt. Ow, that
You gotta
hurt.
buy an ad, man. You gotta buy an ad. That's it,
Oh,
brother.
nice.
Anyway,
I love it. I'll see if I can
I'm
find
kid-
some money.
I'm kidding you. I know, me too. That's what I said. All my accountants have told me, well, you're selling to musicians. What do you expect? I was like, thanks.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
My point was Nancy has some great photos, but she's
Oh yeah.
also taken some great photos of me that
Oh, I
not
know.
only
I've seen a lot of her work of you, and
oh,
that's like I say,
she's
they're
so
great.
talented.
She's exceptional. She's really a first rate. And what can I tell you, Nancy? You got the touch, man. Whatever that touch is,
You rocking it, Nancy.
absolutely. And thanks, Nance, because you're just being you. You
Who the
know,
hell
you and
is
Danny.
Susan? Who's Susan Fine?
Susan Fine is one of my greatest fans on the show. She's one of the
Hello,
first people to
Susan.
ever watch this, and she's been with us. I think she's been here the whole 5 years.
Wow.
It is. Yeah,
Neil
she
will
says I
agree
need to
that
get
you're a
Neil
group.
some new ones. Yeah, we do one of these days, right? Nancy and I have had a lot of fun. We did a shoot about a year, 2, 3 years ago. It never got aired because let's say there was some foul invective and it involved clowns, which at the time was all the clown shit was going on.
Yeah, clowns are dangerous, but you know what really scares me to death are carny people.
Carney people, oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
Good morning,
whoa.
Dan. You know,
Hey, there's Dan. There's Danny. Hey, Dan.
yeah, Carney people. Have you ever played at the Showtown down in Gibsonton, Florida?
I haven't, but I played. Where did I play? I played a bunch of racetracks up in Vermont,
Uh, I got
like
you. Yeah,
dirt racing, and they always have these clown. I don't even know what, but the Connie
it's
man
like a Stephen King novel, right up in Maine. You know, they got the
walking
Carney
down the
people from.
midway, hearing all the
Yeah,
barkers walking down the midway, and the Carney people just sort of yikes, help,
yeah,
wah!
they're lurking in the shadows.
Lurking.
Going,
That's the word.
yeah, yeah. So, tell me, what would you like to play? So you have a new CD out, and you got
Yep.
new records and new songs. What? Tell me
Yep, we got a
about
lot of new stuff. Well, I don't want to. Okay, so here's. Can you hear that? Okay.
it. I do.
Socks and shoes, twist and shout. Shoes get up and the socks run out. Socks and shoes, shake and bake. Early in the morning and it's already late. Already late. So get late. Socks and shoes, shake and bake. Shoes get up and it's already late. Socks and shoes, twist and shout. Shoes in the morning and the socks run out. Socks and shoes, jump and shout. Hey, there's Dandy, give him a shout out. Socks and shoes, shake and bake. Early in the morning and it's already late. It's already late. And no shoes on the side. We got the sense traffic.
All right. How about it?
Yeah, that's what I got going on that. But while we have Dan here,
Mhm.
and that's we were talking about this earlier. So when I have a band called Eric Summer and the Fabulous Piedmont. Thank you, Nancy. Eric Summer and the Fabulous Piedmonts, and uh, I mean we've just been
Sure.
tearing it up down here, and what the hell. And one thing that we did when we were up in New Jersey was I acquired this piece of grooveness.
All right. We love
And
that thing. Hey, bring it up a little closer to the camera. Show everybody the
okay,
body of it if you can.
all right, all right, all right. Everybody
I got
calm
him in.
down. Everybody calm down. Stand by, stand by, stand by.
That's all right.
It's like pens. The smaller the room, the easier they are to lose.
Yeah, you need a bottle of beer or something to
Oh man, if I
a
start
little
drinking
day
at this
drink.
hour, no, the day
I
will be
know, day
gone.
drinking while playing slide guitar. It's
Yeah,
never
day
happened.
drinking, the way to go.
Actually, look at that. Check that out, people.
Look at that.
And our friend Dan Moriali built this with his own hands. And if
Dan
you want
built
one,
this. Look,
he'll build
yeah,
you one.
yeah, but look at what he
I
did.
know.
It's the gold, and
Yeah,
these are
it's
two
exceptional.
humbuckers right there.
Humbucker.
And just in case you have any doubts, there is they're torpedoes.
Yeah,
You see
I
that?
love it. I do.
Torpedo.
Yep.
And yeah, it's got everything. And Dan did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
It's just remarkable what he was able to do. Uh, and there's a lot of cigar box players.
While we're here, Danny, type in what do you call your company that builds these fantastic instruments? He'll chime in here and let us know. Yeah, definitely. And remember, people, you saw it first here on the Live with Neve show with Eric Summer. Is it Summer or Summers?
Summer,
That's what I thought. I was
Sommer.
correct. I
Thank
was
you.
correct.
You were. Well,
It was not in the. It wasn't in the second tense or
you
whatever.
have a history of being correct, Neil.
I do. I also have a history of being insanely wrong, hence my stock market choices. Oh well.
That's okay.
Can Toad's psychedelic venom be the next thing we feed guitar players with cigar box guitars? Could be. People are getting toads and licking them, and apparently they're going to be the next big thing after cigar bars. Here it is, people. Check out. You hear a Dan Moriali's cigar box guitar. How about it, folks? Get your orders in now. He'll have hundreds of them in December, so order now.
I'm just having some fun, sitting in the back, getting shit done. Don't talk to me, I can't do it now. Gotta get up and make some money somehow. Having some fun, sitting at home, having it moments inside of my load. Having some fun, don't talk to me. Having some fun, but I'm getting shit done.
Yeah, baby. Now that
Thank you,
is what
Dan.
it's all about. It,
Yeah.
why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the guitar as far as it's 3 strings? How do you tune the thing?
It's got this one Dan made for me. It's got 4 strings.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Very, very cool.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. So, but I like I'm in love with Samantha Fish. So I thought if I get 4 strings,
Like it even more.
yeah, exactly.
It's
And
like
she'll,
going
yeah,
from 10 to 11. It's better. It's
yeah,
louder.
yeah, exactly. And then there are a bunch of different tunings you can use. This is a open G,
Open G. Okay.
and
Excellent. It's got to be the most full sounding cigar box guitar I've heard. It's
yeah, but I
cutting
need,
through your cuts like a knife, man.
yeah, but we need some volume to kick this thing up.
We got time for like one more song. You want to play one? Excellent.
Yeah, so
Well,
I mean
go ahead.
that's what when we got this shit going on. It was in Dan's basement or in his garage.
Yes,
We were standing around there. You guys were up to no good, off in the corner.
as always.
Absolutely, and so I got the necks from I forget where I got the necks, but look at this cool little groovy thing.
I'm
The
telling you, people, it's a
uh,
little old wimpy thing, but it's got a big sound.
yeah, but look at
Look
the
at the inlays.
well, not inlay. The marks are like our screws, our Phillips head screws.
I see that. I see that. That's
It's
great. The
great.
countersunk. You can't go wrong with that. I love
Now,
it.
man, and
I'll tell you, Danny is a man of great, many talents. And what can I say?
Dan, yeah,
So we have time for like one more tune. You want to play one more thing before we?
yeah. I'll be happy to. Let me because I've got a
Okay.
we have rehearsal today
Oh,
with the
good.
Piedmonts, and I got a bunch of shit that I've got to get done before heading out. So I wanted to here's a 69 Telly.
Ooh, yeah. Wow, have you had that since '69?
No, just about 15 years.
Okay, still
But
what a beast, man.
but it used
You
to
got the
have
Bigsby on it.
oh yeah, from the original Bixby. This is stock, born in Fullerton, man.
Wow,
And
man.
and I put all this wear on myself. And I used to have a lot more grime that just made it look good. I sent it for a setup, and the luthier, what a clown.
He cleaned it.
He cleaned it, and I left notes said don't clean it. Ugh, God, that hurt.
Oh man,
I
lose
know.
the mojo, the funk. Here we are, everybody. We've got Eric Summer with us. We're gonna have Ryan Gregg coming up in just a few minutes. Tell you people, go and buy Eric Summer's stuff, his records. You can find it. Just type in Eric Summer with 2 M's. I got me a home down south. I'm singing about it out loud.
High cost of living getting me down. It's getting so expensive, can't even hang around. Kids all shop at Goodwill, have lunch at Walmart. It's dinner at Family Dollar in the parking lot. Good job I had gone and left town. Got a note in the mail with a $5 bill. Thanks, buddy, see you around. They're building a new plant in Juarez, Mexico. My job will be coming back. That's what they tell me so. bought all that crap you sold me on TV. Those low monthly payments were just right for me. The bills keep on coming, they're clogging up the hall. In another couple of days, won't have any room at all. High cost of living getting me down. It's getting so expensive, can't even hang around. The kids all shop at Goodwill, have lunch at Walmart. It's dinner and Family Dollar in the parking lot. Tried to buy a house, that mortgage was a crime. I went to the bank trying to get some more money, they wouldn't lend me a dime. I tried to raise some cash, put the wife and kids up for sale. Police came by, took me down, couldn't even make my bail. High cost of living getting me down. It's getting so expensive, can't even hang around. Kids all shop at Goodwill, have lunch at Walmart. It's dinner and Family Dollar in the parking lot. It's dinner and Family Dollar in the parking lot. It's dinner and Family Dollar in the parking lot.
All right, everybody, that's Eric Summers. You're on the Live with Neve show. We'll be right back. See you in just a minute.
There's some changes
Stand by for Ryan Gregg coming up in
like the
just a minute.
Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway home. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Like a melting flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. The people we
It's amazing the accent he has, doesn't it? He's really from Kazakhstan, land of Borat and all the other things. He's got quite the accent. Hey, Ryan, how are you, man? Hold on, I don't hear him. Ah, there he is.
Can you hear me
I
now?
hear you. I
Good.
certainly do. What's happening, man? It's been a while.
How are you?
I'm great. I feel good. My hair's grown a little since I saw you last time, but
It's been a
what
while.
the hell?
It's been at least 2 or 3 years, I think.
Yeah, maybe a year and a half, something like that. That's what I was thinking. But I saw you had a new record out or new product, and I said I got to give you a ring and see what's going on. You're all over town. You seem to be busy as usual, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Releasing a record. I'm doing one single a month until July when I'm releasing the full record.
Hmm.
There's only one actual song on the record that won't be released as a single when the rest comes out, but it's been fun just really getting this stuff out there. I've been working on this for a few years now.
I was going to say when we talked last, you were just getting ready to do something, and I recall you saying it was like you could do your own thing, and I thought that was great at the time because it's a different thing than being in a band and having all that input. Tell me how it was different for you.
It was, it's the most vulnerable I've ever been, and I've been in projects where I've been the sideman, and I've been in projects where I've been running a band, but like I'm kind of music director, so I'm sitting in the back, or I'm,
Hmm.
having other people sing the songs. And so it was really the first time I really took a step out front and said, this is me. This is my songs. This is me on the piano. These are my thoughts. Like it's a very personal record, and it's kind of the first statement piece I've ever made that's just my name. It was a really important
Excellent.
project for me to do.
Huh. Well, tell me, are these songs, what's your writing style? Are these autobiographical? Are they things you see? Are they influenced by events? What's your thought process when you're doing a song?
uh it depends. The first song I wrote during the pandemic and was about just feeling like I was stuck, and it was what we all did during that time, but like really just,
Yeah.
and I was having those feelings before the pandemic of just spinning my wheels. And then I wrote that song, and I wrote the second song, which was Kissing Rings, which is about my dealings with the people in the business. A lot
Hmm.
also has to do with, just dealing with personal relationships in general. And once I had the first couple songs, I thought, there's probably a full record in here. And I had a couple songs that I'd written over the years that didn't have a home,
Right.
and a song or two that like I really wanted to record as a solo arrangement.
Hmm.
So I really dug my heels in. And
Excellent.
it was really interesting too, because I'm such a live performer, and
Hmm.
I don't love the studio. Some musicians love the studio, and I'm not one of those
Hmm.
guys.
Right.
Uh, I generally like playing live, so it really forced me to arrange these songs. And like,
Sure. Sure.
I'll play a song and I'll play it differently every time I'm live. But like when it's on record, I played the song and I got as good of a take as I wanted. And then I kind of went back and said, literally measure by measure, why am I playing that note there? Why am I saying that
Right.
word there? Why am I doing this here? And it really tightened up everything. And
And
yeah.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just going to say it's interesting because I was trying to find a word to say. It's like setting the yardstick since it's on tape and it's going to be
Yeah.
out there for a long time. So I could see your concern after being a live guy because I'm that way too. That's why the show's live.
Yeah.
I might stick my foot in my mouth, but it's live and that happens. And you don't worry about it. That's part of the attraction because you can see a beautiful accident or a
Yeah.
meltdown or
And
whatever.
I'm all
I
for
mean,
that. I like making mistakes. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I like playing.
hmm.
I love the feeling of, I don't aim for this, but, you
No.
know, there's a certain amount of pride in being on stage with a bunch of musicians as the train is about to fall off the tracks, and
And then
being
it cohesion comes
able to
back.
bring the train back.
You can feel it. It's like a dog running off and you got the leash. You
Yeah.
keep
I mean,
moving around, it's like a bad odor. And
one
then
of my
everybody locks in.
I saw Max Weinberg play at a gig once years ago, and
Hmm.
it was a awards thing for like all of the blues guitar players, all the local legend guys in town.
All
All these
right.
Lots of these guys, they're all very talented, but you put
Mm-hmm.
blues guitar players on stage at the same time, and it's
No,
so
yeah.
and
I remember the event you're talking about. Yeah, it's like it was
and
madness
the time is kind of moving all over the place. You can just see Weinberg back there just doing everything he can to
trying to
just keep
maintain.
straight and narrow.
It's like chasing a three-legged dog with two legs or four. It's just not
Yeah,
kind of different cancer.
exactly.
Ay, ay, ay. So, What are you doing? Who are you playing with? Like you playing tonight?
Tonight I'm solo. I'm at the distillery. I
Okay.
play pretty regularly with the Ocean Avenue Stompers, which is like a New Orleans
Hmm.
outfit. I'm at the
Very
R
cool.
Bar every single Monday night in
Hmm.
Asbury. I'll be there from now until infinity. With
Okay.
that project every Monday night, 6 to 9 in
Very
Asbury,
good.
and we're playing all over the place all summer. Uh, and I'm working with just a bunch of different people. I'm going on the road a little bit with Melody Trucks
Great.
in June, doing a couple
Hmm.
gigs down there, and down south with that
Is
project.
she related to Butch?
Yes, it's his daughter.
His daughter. My friend played guitar for him in the last band he had. Damon Fowler. You know Damon?
I know the name.
He's
I
another great blues guitar player, and if you're down there, you might run into him because he's all over Florida. He lives in Brandon. I Back when I was a Floridian, I've known him since he was a kid, and he opened up for Jeff Beck. And it was
nice.
one of those deals. My ex-wife, my child bride, as we'll call her, she's now left the building, but she looks at me and she goes, "He doesn't sound like Beck." And I went, "It's not Beck. It's not I'm a loser, baby. It's Jeff Beck." And so for the rest of the night, she just had a kind of a snitty look on her face. That's why she's an ass. Terrible taste in music, God Almighty. Anyhow, I hope you get to run into him. I would, you'd be the guy I'd hire if he, I would call if he said to me, "Hey, I need a really good keyboard player."
Appreciate
I
that.
would think of you first because of your, the style you play and the New Orleans thing and the,
Yeah,
second line.
I love
All the
working.
time.
I love working with musicians down south. The crowds down there
Yeah.
are great.
Hmm.
It's very
Yeah.
receptive to live music. A lot of times, people are just happy to see music, period. So
They're not as jaded as we are in New York and LA and the big cities. They, like where I've seen it all attitude. You go down south and everybody's like, "Wow, great band. Let's, party and have a good time."
yeah, it's when you go to a smaller town, you'll make fans for life. You go to New York
Yeah.
City and you're on a bill with 15 other bands. Nobody knows each other.
Right.
It's kind of assembly line the whole night. Just get them in, get them out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. And then it might last as long as a billboard on Times Square.
Yeah, and which it's one thing if you kind of you got a name, you're coming into the city, but like it's very hard to get people's
Right.
attention, especially now, which is so much everywhere all the time. Just
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you want to play a little music?
sure.
I mean, we have breaks for commercials and all that, but I've fulfilled my contractual agreements right now. I know everybody's paid is taken care of, so we're just going to dispense with the 9:30 break or whatever it is, and just rolling through 10:44. Yeah.
Found her way into the flames, pounds of flesh gone right down to the bone. Easy to see how it could be. She'd have no love left to give when she's all alone. When she's all alone, given what's gotten only gave her misery, so she found a way to break on past the shame. A single light shone in the night is enough to guide the way. A heart that's hurt is never quite the same. She's got a sweetness forged in fire, tender eyes seen the pain. Look the devil in the eyes, knew all he needed was a cry. Oh, she hugged that devil so hard, and the tears came down like rain. Oh, he cried. Oh, Lord, he did cry. Then, just for a moment, the devil loved again. La da da da, 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 la da da da. There's a nice little taste. That one's coming out
Oh yeah,
in a few weeks.
that is just a really a nice tune. I just love that groove. I mean, it's just
Yeah, you know, of
uh,
all the songs on the record, that one I think is the closest to like my wheelhouse. You know,
right.
that's my home base. That style of playing,
Absolutely.
those chord changes, that movement on the piano, like that. Me and home base is that kind of style of playing.
It's funny you say that because the first time I ever saw you play, I believe it was Shady Street, and I went, "Wow, this guy's like from down south or something." I didn't know you yet, didn't know anything about you,
Yeah,
and I just thought, what a great player. You had that. I love that music out of New Orleans. I mean, I could sit down with an old 1930s drum set and play brushes and have a hell of a, it's a feel thing, and it's
yeah,
just such a great groove. A lot of people haven't figured it out, and I'll tell you,
Doctor Guy.
an
Yeah.
awesome mistake I made was playing with the guy who's in Animal House. What's his name? Otis Day, of Otis Day and the Knights. And we were playing one night, and what happened was they called out Crossroads, the classic song. Well, we had always done it the standard dun, 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 dun. Well, I couldn't hear on stage, incredibly loud, a lot of guitar players, it was like 8-piece band, and they called it out, and I couldn't tell, so I start playing this, and the whole band's looking at me like I've completely lost my mind, but they just started grooving with it. And it
Yeah.
went from dun 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 dun, and it went down to the crossroads. And we got this big stanky fatback thing going on. And when it was done, Charlie's looking at me still like, I don't know what where you went off to, but that was cool. It was really interesting because it just worked out of the blue. It was like, I don't know, osmosis or something out of the air.
Yeah.
We literally all, and we all realized what a great mistake that was. We screwed it up and came back and turned it into something beautiful. So you never know. But I love the way you play and stuff. I don't know. I some point down the road, you may get a phone call from me just because people always ask me.
Hey, I'm
Um,
always looking to work. If anyone's listening, want a session piano player? Hey.
absolutely, man. And I know that I won't have to be such a long time before I reach out to you again. Well, tell me, you releasing your songs? Do you have them? Are they up on Spotify and all that? Or are you selling CD or not till July when you finish the series?
I think I'm really focused online right now, you know, and
Okay,
digital releases and pushing the singles that way and
cool.
focusing on YouTube because it was really important for me for this record that I would be able to recreate every song live.
Right,
So
right.
I filmed after I recorded the record and I recorded it with Arlen Filas at his
Okay.
studio one. Arlen's an incredible singer-songwriter that I've worked with in the past, and he helped to produce the record and it was mixed by Steve Jankowski, Jake Land. He plays with Nile Rodgers and Chic. He played with Chicago
Oh,
before that.
right.
Really, really cool dude.
I
Excellent.
bet. I bet.
And
Very
after I got
cool.
recording done, the masters done, I really wanted to have a version of me playing these live. So I found a studio out in Penn Argyle called Keiko Studios, run by these really wonderful people out there, and they were able to record me at a grand piano, not only the
All right.
recorded me playing live, videoed the whole 9 yards, the whole
session.
Yeah, and I was able to get these really cool videos. So every single single I'm releasing has a video accompanying it of me playing it live on the gram, which is a really cool kind of thing to have with this stuff.
Yeah, really. That's super.
Yeah, especially it's someone who's a Luddite myself for years, who's just kind of just starting to get in the last few years to bring myself into the digital realm, whatever the hell that means. But like, to be able to have a performance, a live performance that I can now send out to the world, really gives me a whole level of reach that I've never had before. And it's been really to reach people in places I never thought I'd hear a response from. So, as I'm sure as people from Australia in the comments,
we have some of the strangest like fan locations, and we're lucky. I guess I like to think music and just like what I do. I don't even know what it is. Comedy, music, and just fun. We basically just sit here and goof around. There's no precise script, obviously. I've done it that way, but it loses the spontaneity, and I'd rather. It took a while to get to the point where I was comfortable with it. I used to panic over everything that would go wrong. But that's like you as a musician, that was my standard of always trying to be very precise, being a drummer. And it's just like I wanted things perfect, but I realized in radio there's more room, and people certainly get a joy out of watching an idiot on the radio with his hair getting ripped out because tech stuff goes on. It's kind of funny. And I mean, I laugh at myself. I look at those shows from 5 years ago. And no offense to anybody who was on. It wasn't you who was awful. It's me. I had no idea at all what I'm doing, and I still don't really. I just do it. But it's glad because really, I like people like you to come on, so you will get some reach from the people. All the people who watch the show are really into music, and that's the only universal. Or they're just into some 12-year-old humor, basically. And it's I'm not all I can say is I'm not trying to save the world. We're just having a little fun here, and I don't know anybody better to have fun with than a bunch of musicians, or producers, or an artist, or somebody who's an actor even. That's Bill. Yep, you're right, Bill. Do you know Bill Quaid, bass player for Legion of Prague?
I'm not sure if we've met. If we have, it's been a long time.
He's a fabulous bass player. He's a repository of musical information that just kicks my ass. He is a statistician of just ultimate magnitude. I mean, he's really great. He's been on the show, and his band, if you haven't caught him, if you like well done progressive music, I mean, they're not note for note, but they're so damn close.
I respect the hell out of that kind of stuff for sure.
They're really amazing musicians, and they're nice guys. I mean, he still comes on and watches the show. So what can I tell you?
Nice.
There's help for you. There's a 12-step program, Bill. It only costs, it's like getting clear in Scientology. You'll never really get away. At any rate. Well, we have 6 minutes. You wanna play another tune for us?
Yeah, I'll do a piece of another one.
Here's folks, Ryan Gregg.
Strolling down the walk, the talk is civil yet suggestive of a festive kind of living with a dash of dirty teens. Everyone is out to see their buddies all in revelry. The bands always are there to meet the needs. Looking from the boards, I see the city pretty large to misty glares of people. Moving faster ever do they roam. But all I hear is the sound of cheers of those who stand beside me. Singing Dirty Jersey always feels like home. Down past the Driscoll, where the people are as salty as the sea. My dirty Jersey, singing songs down by the shores where I'll be. And it so can be taken as a compliment. Don't resent the honesty the locals tend to show. You'll be happy, you'll be clean of all the other bullshit people from a different place will tend to throw. Don't forget to tip the bar, though some have traveled very far. The market's always lacking when you show a bit of class. Welcome you with open arms until you piss us off. crazy townies who would love to kick your ass. Down past the Driscoll, where the people are as salty as the sea. My dirty Jersey, singing songs down by the shores where I'll be. Down past the Driscoll, where the people are as salty as the sea. My dirty Jersey, singing songs down by the shores where I'll be. Looking from the boards, I see the city, pretty lights, missing recipe, moving faster ever Tuesday road. But all I hear is the sound of cheers of those who stand beside me. Dirty Jersey always will be where I'll never get my fill of dirty Jersey, my home sweet home. You're muted, sir. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. What I just said was I'd like to have you on definitely a lot sooner than this time. You're really a great guest, and I love your music. I really do from the heart. I can't wait when you get it out. I will buy a copy, and I love having all my friends' music playing. I pop it in. I have an older car, so I have a CD changer, and I
Nice.
just load it up, and it's great because I have like lots of good music to play. And then if anybody ever wants to call me for a sub, I know it. So it's kind of double. You know what I mean? It's always good to know stuff. But oh, Bill, thank you. That high note he hit was really nice. The whole thing was really cool. So um, I hope you have a great gig this weekend. I hope everybody who's watching will come back this afternoon. I have a guest. Uh, Both Ryan and Eric, thank you for being here. If you get a chance, my 4 o'clock guest is from LA, is a guy named T Bear. He's on the same record label as Edgar Winter. He's played with Edgar as a keyboard player, and they're on Quarto Valley Records for anybody watching. They're a great label for boomers or millennials who like old rock and roll and still value a well-made product that you buy. And they make some incredible records. The immediate family, Leland Sklar and his whole posse with Waddy Wachtel, they're all on that label too. So you never know, man. Maybe they'll hear you. You might get a call one day. I hope so, because I say that for you, and just they're good label, and there's not many of those out there. Kind of a dying business model, and some people know how to still do it, so everybody makes a buck. All right,
Yeah.
everybody, we're going to be out of here. I will be back at 4 o'clock. We will have T Bear, and he will be playing songs off his newest album. He did an album last year with a singer from Bad Company, Paul Rogers, and it was for Ukraine. It was actually 2 years ago now I think about it. God, this war's dragged on a long time. Anyhow, everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.
We are the Stone of Atlantis.